Hey guys, this is Satyajit Patnaik and welcome back to my channel. This video is for freshers. When I say freshers, I don't mean freshers to be 0 years experienced, but fresher is someone who has less experience, either 0 years or within the range of 0 to 2 years of experience. Now, I am creating this video only for people who are newbies and trying to enter the field of data science and analytics. In case you are already experienced in some other domain, for data science domain you are kind of a fresher, this video is also applicable for you. Now, the reason and the motivation for which I'm creating this video is you guys. I have received tons of messages on LinkedIn, tons of comments on my YouTube channel, and tons of messages on WhatsApp groups where people have pleaded me that, sir, can you create something for freshers? What all projects should we add in our resumes? To what complexity we should add in our resume? Should we add some basic projects or some advanced projects? What should we do and what should be our strategy? And what is please provide me a good resume template. So everything related to resumes and job hunting is going to be covered in this particular video. Let's get started. So we'll start with this particular PPT which I have created, writing standout resumes for freshers. Initial couple of minutes will be a little bit theoretical, but let's try to finish it and then I will show you the template which I have created specially for you. How to write an awesome resume. A resume is what stands between you and your dream job. So make sure you work out on your resume before finalizing it. Preparation is key. What does this mean? This basically means that okay, you can easily get a lot of projects from the web, from YouTube and here and there, but always prepare the projects before applying for jobs. Which means if you are writing some XYZ use case in your resume, make sure you know end-to-end everything. Make sure you ask your peers, you ask your seniors, you ask your mentors, what I have written, is it correct or not? In case you don't have any mentors, you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn or else ping in the comment section below. I will revert back to you. Okay, so preparation is key. Whenever you are writing some projects, you have to be prepared thoroughly, which basically means you should be aware of the business problem you are solving and what is the data that you have used, from where have you got the data, and some data level challenges that you have faced while doing this project. Know yourself and know the job details. Wherever you are applying for a job, make sure you know each and everything about the company, because in the interview you might be asked about your projects and then they might give you one use case related to their company. So if you are applying for a healthcare domain or an insurance domain, make sure you study little bit about the use cases of that particular domain when you are applying for a job. So HR departments of major companies receive as much as 1,000 resumes per month, and these are the numbers based on some website. We cannot validate the authenticity of these numbers, but the idea is that they get a lot of resumes. Some receive 250 resumes per available position. Now, why I am focusing on this particular numbers, the reason is that many people tend to create resumes and they tend to create resumes using some online tools. There are many online tools that helps you make fancy resumes, but make sure your resume is parsable. What does that mean? That means many HRs, they don't do the initial screening process. There is an AI tool which are mostly used by a lot of companies. They use those AI tools to parse your resumes. If your resumes are not in a specific format, your resumes will not be parsed. If it is not parsed, then it never gets through the next process and you wait for a call forever. So sometimes when you are not getting calls, that means that either the job role is filled up or else your resume is not parsed. So always make sure you are using authentic Word document templates or Google document templates. That's it. Now, these are the top 4 resume mistakes that people do. Why I'm focusing on all these things, why I'm not talking about the data science resumes. I'll talk about that, but these are very generic concepts, and I have seen, because on an average I go through tons and tons of fresher resumes because I teach a lot of people. I go through the resumes, and 90% of the cases I find these mistakes, even though I talked about these things multiple times to my students, but still there is mistakes in resumes. Spelling issues, almost 30% of the cases I can see spelling issues. Graphics, many people add graphics to the resumes. Never do that. I don't recommend it. Formatting issues. Many resumes will have formatting issues. In your first paragraph, you are using a different font. In your second paragraph, you are using a different font. Or else in first paragraph, your font size is 12. In the second paragraph, it is 14. Never do that. It gives a wrong impression to the HRs. Using wrong tense. Built and implemented a project. Building and implementing a project. Will build. So tense matters a lot. Okay, so these are the top 4 resumes. Again, this is based on a survey of 100 resumes, and include a professional summary. These are some basic concepts. I hope many people might already be knowing about it. Many people might be thinking why I'm talking about so much theoretical concepts. Well, it is required, to be very honest. As your job is important, before job, resumes are the most important thing to talk about, right? I will definitely be leaving this PDF file as well so that you can go through later on. My best resume writing tips: avoid vague terms like detail oriented or hard worker. Many people write this hard worker. I am a hard worker. Everybody knows that you are a hard worker. And hard worker, everybody claims to be a hard worker. So there is nothing new that you are claiming. So never use these terms like I am a hard worker, I am a detail oriented, something like that. Make your contact information more prominent so that you get your call back. Cite instances your skills benefited your team or employer. I always recommend people to cite the, for an example, of course, this is not applicable for freshers, for experienced people. Let's say built and implemented a chatbot. How much revenue impacted? How much revenue was impacted while you build this? Let's say you cut down on costs for almost 10% or increase the company's revenue by 10%. Always mention those figures in your resume. That makes it more impactful. Use bullet points for better readability instead of paragraphs. So that is all about. The hardest thing about writing resumes is having to be picky. Okay, that's all about the basic concepts. Now, jumping on to the resume template, I personally don't recommend any of the online tools. I have personally never used it. And I have dealt with a lot of HRs, and I have taken this feedback. Based on that, I'm creating this video. Not like the other AI gurus which talk about you should prepare your resume like this, like that. There are so many AI gurus on the web, on the plan, on YouTube, who are talking about resume preparation. Maybe they have done their homework, I'm not sure, but I have done my homework. I have consulted a lot of recruiters, have consulted a lot of uh, you know career advisors, and then based on that I have created resumes for data science profiles, and this is one of the most accepted format. Okay, this is your name and surname. Here you are mentioning about yourself, final year BTech student, or if you have passed out, or else let's say you have 2 years of experience. So you can mention data science professional with 2 years of experience working in machine learning and deep learning concepts. Something like that you can mention. But if you are a complete fresher, you can write it this way. Final year BTech MCA student, computer science and engineering, XYZ university, that's it. Okay. On the right side, you can mention your details like location and your mobile number and your email address. If you want to add something, I can also do a little changes here. Add a small GitHub logo Let's say I will just save it, git insert image, upload from computer, git. Okay, I will just make it small, something like this, and then click on this and go to where is my hyperlink? Okay, this one. I'm so okay. Why hyperlink is not visible here? Okay, so okay, here it is visible. So hyperlink, let's say my GitHub repository is this. So what I will do is copy paste this and apply it here. So what happens is your GitHub profile can also be here. You can also add your LinkedIn profiles, and if you have a YouTube channel, you can add it. That makes more visibility. So let's say you are downloading it as a PDF file, and if somebody opens this, they can directly click here and be redirected to your links that you have provided. It makes a huge impact, to be very honest. And then comes your experience. Of course, fresher has no experience, so always mention your internship experience here. Internships are must for data science people. Even if you are a fresher, getting internships is very easy. There are various portals where you can get internships, or else if you don't get internships, start talking to your peers, start talking to your LinkedIn connections, ask them for free work, even if it is not paid, doesn't matter. To add some experience, you need this thing. So add your internship experience, company X and company Y. You can see built a small working model similar to Alexa using Python and various libraries. Optimize the time of the string pattern matching on a huge dataset using Python and NLP. Whatever task you are doing, you just write it. Whatever you have done, built and implemented churn modeling use case, built and implemented the customer profiling techniques, something like that. After that, you can mention your education. BTech, MTech, MSc, whatever it is, you can mention. If you don't have masters, doesn't matter, just remove it. Simple. Okay. And then on the right side, you can see skills: data science, machine learning, AI, deep learning, Python, R, TensorFlow, Keras. If you want to add a skill, learn, add it. No problem in that. If you have space. And my recommendation will be, if you are a fresher or 0 to 1 years experience, always limit your resume to 1 page. It's not required. In case you are experienced, then you can go for a 2 page resume. Anything beyond 2 pages, I don't recommend it. Even if I have 10 years of experience, 11 years of experience, I can still fit everything into a 2 page resume. Okay. So if I can fill it, you can fill it as well. That's what I think. But in case you have too many projects to showcase, you can just write some bulletins. That's it. Just some few lines about it. Try to restrict as much as possible. Okay. So, I mean, it's not like I'm telling you to have a 1 page resume. In case you have too much of work, you can expand it to 2 pages as well. And you can see licenses and certifications. You can provide your certifications that has been done through iNeuron, through Bing Datum, through Edureka, whichever portals you have done. And then hobbies and languages. Now, the most important thing is going to be side projects. Always mention your side projects. Let's say you don't have an internship experience. Just imagine you don't have an internship experience. What I will do is I will create a copy out of it. Freshers resume, no internships. Okay, I'll name it as this. Now in this, let's say some of you who are watching and you are telling you don't have internship experience. Simply this area is gone. Instead of this comes your side projects. Okay, and then comes this. Done, done. Okay, something like this. Something like this. And if you want, you can expand and explain more about these projects. Now, what is side projects? Side projects is basically some freelancing projects or some projects which you are doing for practice by yourself. Always try to mention that. So let's say you are a fresher, of course you can mention which year you have done XYZ use case, worked on a object detection and image classification proof of concept for a Singaporean startup. This is what I have mentioned randomly, but in case you are working on some projects, you can mention that here. Never mention projects like ARIS datasets or breast cancer prediction or some very basic uh, house price prediction, not like that. Make sure you do at least some intermediate level of projects and then mention that. Okay, so these both resumes will be provided as part of the deliverable. You can find the links in the description below. The resume templates, the PDF files, everything will be provided in the description below. I hope I made some sense in this video. I hope that you learned something, and in case you liked it, please like, share and subscribe the channel. The same logic applies for data analytics profession as well, but I will have a separate video for data analysts. I will do a special data analytics related resume. And that's it all about this particular video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel, and comment in the comment section below in case you want to get help on any of the topics. That's it from my side. Thank you. Bye bye.